Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're here today at the Disneyland Resort to start off a brand new what's happening. This is going to mostly be about Pixar Fest today since that just started yesterday, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some other updates as well as Disneyland Forward. Now this street here is called Walnut, and right over here is the street Magic Way. Now if you guys were watching any of the committee meetings and also the vote meeting, this was the street that was causing all the controversy. It was causing all the negative comments from the public. They didn't want the street to be closed, and Disney wants to close this street, at least to the public anyways. As you know, you saw that car just turn right ahead of me. This is the street where guests turn into the Disneyland Hotel, right? Those cars turning right there. Of course, it's also where we used to park for Downtown Disney. Of course, Downtown Disney's parking lot has since moved. You can also access the Pixar Pals parking structure from this street, but it's always like a hit or miss whether or not that's open or closed. For the most part, this road doesn't really see a lot of people. And what Disney wants to do is they want to prevent the turning right in and out of this street here from Walnut. So essentially, the street would still have pedestrian access. It just wouldn't have car access. So these cars turning right here from Walnut, this would just be something that's no longer allowed. Same with cars on Magic Way turning right onto Walnut. So this is what they're wanting to close. It would still be open for pedestrians, and the residents across the street really wanted to make sure that that was the case. Disney assured everyone that it would be. It's just they don't want cars coming in and off the street over here. This allows them to have the space to use these areas over here for theme park expansion. And as we know, some of these parking lots like this one, which is the fantasy lot at the Disneyland Hotel, have been earmarked for possible future places Disneyland would like to expand. So anyway, I wanted to give a little visual on that because I had talked about that on my podcast, as well as a little bit on Speculation Sunday on Mondo's Five Fires YouTube channel. So kind of wanted to show what closing Magic Way really meant. But as you can see, this is not a very big street. It's also not a very trafficked street, in my opinion. You don't see a lot of cars on it at all most of the time. In fact, the only cars going down this street are the ones typically going to the Disneyland Hotel. So there are a few residents that use it as a shortcut, and it seemed like those were the ones that were the most boisterous about it not being closed. But anyways, let's continue on now to the Disneyland Resort and showcase all there is to do and see during Pixar Fest, which just started yesterday and goes through August 4th. It's Disney's summer celebration, and I'm excited to check it all out and see what there is to do. It looks a lot of fun from what I've seen so far. So let's get started. As we walk through Downtown Disney, here's your current look at Din Tai Fung. It has really progressed since the last time we saw it. This is supposed to be opening sometime this summer, so just around the corner, Din Tai Fung. If you guys want to experience it early, like I mentioned before, you can see this and experience this restaurant over at South Coast Plaza, which is about 25 minutes away from Disneyland over in Costa Mesa. Another thing over here in Downtown Disney is this cool little photo op for Pixar Fest. This is something that we had seen before during the last Pixar Fest outside of Cars Land. Looks like they put it out this time in Downtown Disney. You don't even need a ticket to experience this fun little photo op. So come check that out. If you guys are just visiting the resort and not going in the parks, you can still experience some Pixar Fest fun, not only at that little photo op there, but they got some kids' crafts and activities over here next to the main stage. And again, all this is just for if you're visiting Downtown Disney. You don't even need to have a park admission to do any of this stuff. Right behind this area over here is Parkside Market. I don't know when that's actually supposed to open, but it actually has progressed a lot. Here's a look at some of the crafts. Looks like coloring for Pixar Fest. Let's head in now to the main entrance. On our way in, we are going to run into one more new thing I want to show you an update for, which is Paseo and Centro. So we'll stop there real quick as our last Downtown Disney stop before we head into the resort. In addition to the Pixar Crafts area, we also have decorations for Pixar Fest. in the Esplanade and throughout downtown Disney. So again, fun ways for you to take photos and celebrate Pixar Fest even outside the parks. And there are restaurants in the foodie guide for Pixar Fest that are celebrating as well with special food options, and they're not even inside the parks. But here's our first look at Centro and Paseo, fully essentially open at this point. Well, actually just Centro and Tiida. Paseo, I don't know if that's open just quite yet. Technically they don't open until the first week of May, but they're already accepting guests pretty much on a daily basis. But that could change, so definitely make sure you check with the restaurant. And but again, they open the first week of May if you want to come check it out. Tiida is, of course, the quick service option. Here's a look at the menu for Centro. We've got guacamole. Everyone wants that, right? You got tacos, quesadillas. You have your main entrees here. The pricing is a little high, but it's something that I expected, right? We have a Michelin star chef in a very high traffic area. Uva bar was expensive, so but it's looking good though, and I can't wait to try it. I'm hoping I can try it later this weekend, if not next week. So I made it over to the Esplanade, and my first stop of the day is going to be over here at the giant 25-foot tall structure that they've created just for Pixar Fest. Has nods to Mary Blair past, a little bit inspiration there, and you can find all sorts of Pixar characters all up and down this thing, and of course the iconic Pixar Ball there. We've got representation from Turning Red, Cars, Coco. We have Ratatouille, Elemental. They even got Brave up there as well too. So all over the place. Come take some photos over here before you head into the resort. Lots of people doing so. There's small versions of this both inside Disneyland and inside Disney California Adventure Park. We're going to start our day over at Disneyland and then head back to DCA for the parade a little bit later. But I wanted to show you what they got going on over in Fantasyland for Pixar Fest and maybe try out some of the food. But what do you guys think of this giant structure? And here's the one I was telling you about inside Disneyland. It is a popular photo spot as well, but it's over here at the end of Main Street. It has the same design on both sides, so don't worry about waiting one or the other. And of course, they've got decorations all up and down the street on both sides with that famous, iconic red, yellow, and blue primary colorway for Pixar. And of course, all the different characters on all the different banners on all the light posts. This is a great setting for the fireworks show in the evening called Together Forever. I'm going to be showing you that as well. Lots to see and do today. But we're going to be doing the Better Together parade over at DCA a little bit later. And then the fireworks show is called Together Forever. So a little bit of confusing, some similar words there. So when you're checking the app, just make sure Better Together is the parade and Together Forever is the fireworks. Now, fireworks, at least initially after this celebration kicks off, are not every day. They're going to be only on the weekends. But like I mentioned earlier, this is a summer celebration. So once the summer season begins after Memorial Day, that's when we start to see daily fireworks shows. But fear not, they're going to have an amazing kind of projection display all down Main Street on the castle, on It's a Small World, if you're here on one of the nights they don't have fireworks. I'd highly recommend watching in Main Street if you're doing a projections only night. And if you can, at all possible, watch in front of the castle on a fireworks night. It's really hard to do, but you're going to really want to see those special surprises that happen during this fireworks show, which I'll show you later. So over here at the back of Disneyland is the Fantasyland Theater, just before you hit Toontown. And this is the home to the Pixar Pals Playtime Party, which goes all the way through 5:30 p.m. each day. The Troubadour Tavern, which is the little restaurant back here a lot of people don't know about, actually has a whole lineup of Pixar Fest exclusive food. And I actually ordered the baked potato already, so we're here to pick that up and also check out the characters and things you can do here Here's Luco and Alberto right now from Luca. All right, so we've arrived at the first food item of the day. This is the Roundup BBQ Potato over here at the Troubadour Tavern in the Fantasyland Theater. This is a baked potato with burnt ends that are soaked in Coca-Cola flavored barbecue sauce. A coleslaw on top. You have some Funyun rings and a little dill pickle. This looks and smells amazing, so I can't wait to try it. This is a mobile order option, so you can mobile order at Troubadour Tavern. And I got this in 5 minutes, so definitely recommend doing mobile order here. All right, so that baked potato was 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever you want to say it. I loved it. I ate the whole thing, and I've definitely ordered that again. The Coca-Cola barbecue sauce on the burnt ends, incredible. I loved everything about that baked potato. Highly recommend you get that over here at Troubadour Tavern. All right, so now that I finished eating, let's check out. They've got some photo ops over here. You can also meet cool characters over here like Ember and Wade from Elemental. I unfortunately just missed their set, but there's a lot to do over here. I'm gonna head down on the floor one more time and show you guys all the different photo ops they have too. So now the characters are actually dancing with all the kids on the floor. Again, this is like a really fun area for kids. So if you guys got any kids that like Pixar movies, bring them over here to the Fantasyland Theater. They'll probably be here for like hours, just having a good time. So honestly, that was a really great addition for kids and families here at Disneyland. They've needed something like that for a long time, especially over at the Fantasyland Theater. We're going to wrap up some updates over here at Disneyland over by Haunted Mansion and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And then we got to go get a spot for the Better Together parade over at Disney California Adventure Park. All right, so I'm stopping really quick first at the Adventureland Treehouse because I know there's something hidden here and it has to do with Pixar Fest, believe it or not. So let's go check it out and then I'll tell you what it's all about. And then hopefully when you guys are here visiting this summer, you can do this little scavenger hunt yourself because it could take all day when you guys are having fun for you to be searching for these, which makes kind of your time in line and everything else, walking all around, a lot of fun. So over here in the first musical room of the Adventureland Treehouse is a hidden Pizza Planet truck right there. And I'm gonna zoom in here, you can see it. It's an accordion style Pizza Planet truck. This is one of over 50 Pizza Planet trucks that's hidden in Disneyland Resort. You can find them decorated in their respective spaces, hidden all over the place, so good luck trying to find them. I'll update as I find more throughout the day. Over here at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, you can see we are really coming along very fast over here. We've got tons of foliage being added. Last time we were here, they were adding some moss to the trees, so the cypress trees in front that really give that ride the kind of swamp bayou feel. They're adding more moss, just making it a lot more blended into its surroundings. We'll get another angle over here in just a second, but it's looking really good from the outside. They've done an amazing job transforming this attraction, and I can't wait to experience it. Here's a look from the side. You can see a little bit of closer view of some of the foliage they've done on the side of the mountain, and then kind of looking into the front part here where the cypress trees are. They've made a lot of progress since the last time we were here. The attraction's main entrance itself does remain behind scaffolding. We've seen that really great art mural that they've done outside the Walt Disney World one. I have a feeling we're getting something similar to that on the main entrance facade, because it's kind of like their main entrance where they got theirs. So that's my guess. We can walk around to the other side. I don't know that there's much changed over there, but let's head there next. Kind of looks the same the last time I was here. Some more roofing tiles being done, so they're going to really change the look of these buildings. Looks like the roof's being laid out as we speak. But other than that, not a lot's changed on this side, at least that we can see, right? With all that scaffolding there. But I think that wraps up Disneyland now. So I'm gonna head back over to Disney California Adventure Park for the Better Together parade. And then I'm gonna try to come back here right after the parade, literally, to see if I can catch Ember and Wade in their next set after the parade time, before they're done for the day. Over at that Pixar Pals celebration thing that we had over at Fantasyland Theater, keep in mind that wraps up just after 5 o'clock. So if that's something that you want to do with your kids, head over there before that time, because in the evening, it's not going to be available. So, but as far as the evening goes, there is the Club Pixar area over at Disney California Adventure. So we're going to try to hit that up a little bit too, to show you what that's like. And then of course, the Together Forever fireworks show at night. So there's definitely ways to celebrate Pixar Fest all throughout the day, especially if you have a park hopper ticket. So over at Disney California Adventure, they have their own Pixar Fest sculpture, although this one has Magic Band interactivity. So just like the Disney 100 one did, go ahead and circle your Magic Band around. It actually makes the sculpture come to life a little bit with a little audio moment. I just heard it a second ago. I don't have my Magic Band today. I didn't know there was actually going to be interactivity with it. So, but I'm going to go grab a spot for the parade. I'm not sure where I want to watch it just yet, but we'll find a spot starting in just about 30 minutes or so. So remember how I said there was hidden Pizza Planet trucks? There's another one right there on the parade float. So over here in the back of Hollywoodland, they actually have it set up for Club Pixar. Not only is there special food offerings at the food truck here and over at the Hollywood Lounge for drinks, at the back of Club Pixar, they actually have the short stop drive-in theater. So like I said earlier, you could take your food, your drinks, come sit in these cars. Very reminiscent of the sci-fi diner over in Walt Disney World. All right, so earlier in the video, I showed you Centro, and I said I hope I get to eat here later. They're still doing soft openings right now, so we made our way over here, and they only had about a 15-minute wait to put our name down. So we're gonna be dining tonight at Centro, and I'll let you know what I think. So here's a look at the chips and guacamole. You get a side of chips and guacamole. This is $16, so it's a little bit on the pricier side. It is vegan, for those that want to know. It has the vegan, or it's vegetarian. Sorry, not vegan. I don't know what, because it has the cotija, so that's why it's not vegan. So anything on the menu that has the V is vegetarian, and anything that has the VG is vegan. So, but it's really, really good. I already tried a bite. I like it. I don't know if it's worth $16. I will say I kind of like Tortilla Joe's a little bit better, but it's still really good. But we've heard really great things about other things on the menu, so I'm excited. All right, so here is my fish tacos. They're tempura battered fish tacos on fresh flour tortillas. You got a little side of street corn. You have some salsa to dip them in. You got guacamole and like a little chipotle sauce. There's also normally a slaw on top, but it's a dairy-based slaw, so I can't use it. But really, really good. These come in at $24. $24 for 3 tacos. Great to share, honestly. So keep that in mind. And it comes with guac. So if you didn't want to order the guacamole, you got some to try with your fish tacos. All in all, I had a really positive first experience at Centro. I enjoyed it. The food was good. The ambiance is great. I definitely want to go back when they're full swing, like ready to open. That's going to be May 1st, I believe, for both Paseo and Centro. But let's go ahead and head back now to Disneyland and check out the Together Forever Fireworks Spectacular before we call it a quits on this what's new, what's happening at the Disneyland Resort, especially for all this Pixar Fest stuff.
Likely to keep me company for infinity and beyond.
Wanted to end over here at the Disneyland Hotel, check out the store. I had never noticed an animator's desk in the Fantasia gift shop over here at the Disneyland Hotel. They have someone here drawing, and you can purchase the art. Kind of like they have over at Off the Page and at Disneyland on Main Street. Pretty cool. Nothing really new here merch-wise. I also wanted to check out to see if there was any Pixar Fest merch at the hotels. They said there would be, but we don't see any yet. Although we know there's more to come with Pixar Fest. Of course, the booths that have the food will be coming later on May 10th. But all in all, I had a really great time. There was a lot to see and do at Disneyland during Pixar Fest, but not only that, all the other new things. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along. Hit the like button on this video if you did. Leave a comment below of what you're excited to try. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone.